Hello, my name is Jessica Goldstrom with the Bees Waggle. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the social choices of bees. So everybody knows about the honeybee, and the honeybee living in large colonies with lots and lots of bees working within the hive, okay? They all have different roles based on their age, and there's only one egg layer in the family. That's the queen. She's the only one who's allowed to do it. There are a couple of other species that live this life as well. That is the bumblebee and the stingless bee. So each of them have a queen who's in charge of laying eggs. The rest of the bees are worker bees, and they're dividing the tasks based on their age. So what are the other species of bees doing? Well, there's such a thing as semi-social. So that is true of many of the sweat bees in our world. They would choose to either divide and conquer amongst sisters. So there's a load of sister bees that all kind of live in the same vicinity. They're like, you know what, let's just collaborate and let's get this done together. It'll be way more efficient and effective if all of us just divide and conquer. In that case, there is not a queen. There could be a group of egg layers, a group of foragers, a group of garters, a group of nurse bees, whatever it could be. They all divide and conquer, and they're considered equals. So there's no queen involved there. And that is true of many sweat bee species. They could also go and choose to be solitary if there aren't enough of them to really create a good, strong, divide and conquer colony. Okay, so we've got social, semi-social, and the final piece is solitary. Now, most of the bees on our planet live solitary lives. So what is a solitary life? Well, the solitary bee emerges in the spring or the summer, mates with her partner, which is obviously a male, and the males die within 2 weeks. Then that solitary female lives 4 to 6 weeks, and her whole purpose in life is to create rows of developing bees. They live in tunnels and they nest in tunnels. And what she'll do is once she's located a tunnel that she wants to live in. This could be underground, it could be within wood, it could be in plant stocks like pithy plant material. It could be in man-made holes like paper tubes or wooden drilled holes as well. So once she's established where her nesting site is, she collects pollen and nectar and she balls it up, lays an egg on top, and then seals it shut with either a muddy door, a resin door, it could be like a cellophane-like door, it could be a leafy door, or even plant hairs could be used to divide between each of the developing young. She does that again and again and again until she's filled multiple rows of tunnels with developing bees. So what are those bees doing in the tunnel? Well, most often what happens is that the mama bee dies at the end of the season, which again is 4 to 6 weeks. And then those bees that are left in the tunnel, they develop within their little bedroom, and they could spin a cocoon around themselves. And then later in the next warm season, so March or maybe May, June, they decide to chew out of the tunnel and do the whole thing all over again. Okay, so I've actually brought one of my bee houses for you guys to see what happens with these rows. Like, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the rows. As you can see here, there are rows of brown circles or ovals. Well, each of those ovals are actually cocoons that house mason bees. And those mason bees are going to stay in those cocoons until next March. In the front, you'll have the smaller bees, and I'm trying to get this so that you can actually see, and those are male bees. In the back, you'll see those ovals get a little bit bigger. Those are the female mason bees. So all of those bees will chew out the front of their muddy doors and out of their cocoons, and they'll start the whole process of the solitary nesting next season. So now you know there are actually 3 social choices that bees could make: social, semi-social, or solitary. I hope you learned something new today, and thank you for joining the movement.